I like it. Oh God, why'd you have to show me his penis? Yes, the Steamboat Mickey was put on public domain this year. And believe it or not, somebody actually already has a video game out about it.
Who was writing who? Who was writing this poem? Me? No.
The writer of the first word, not the writer of the last. With the terror of the light and the shadows cast, the third eye now open to project the night. This is the moment to write. This is the ritual. Lead you on. Your friend will meet him when you are gone. Bugs Bunny 2.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
Oh. I don't really think anybody would do much with Bugs Bunny, though. Like, the thing is, people respect the Bugs Bunny as compared to Mickey Mouse. Considering how, I want to say, protective
Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it, hanging in the air. A meaning, the violent emotion of the act, like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something that soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget. Marking you. Taking you for a ride. Making you crazier.
Yeah, and so everybody, I imagine, is going to be more like, oh, look, we got our hands now on Mickey Mouse. Look what we can do. Well, like, Bugs, just been Bugs. That's it. Ooh, got a Bugs Bunny baseball jersey for Christmas. Nice. Sweet power of the gun. I got the power of the gun. Yeah.
The station had changed. I was closer now.
I think everybody just kind of likes the idea of being able now to stick it to the man.
Writing is the key. Art is the key to find my way out of the dark place. I can't forget this. Don't you fucking forget this. I'm in the dark place. I'm outside time and space. Outside reality. But this is real. A nightmare dimension. An ocean of darkness. Remember, its dark energy can make art come true. Make dreams and nightmares come true. Yes, I can use this. I need to use this. Hungry, monstrous things out there, wanting to stop me, to devour me, become me. Oh no.
Yikes. TV. You may not be the only you out there. Hey, a flare. No, give me the pills. No, the pills. There we go. Grabbing pills. There it is.
Parliament Tower. Our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape.
Hold on, there's a phone going.
The payphone at the edge of the plaza was ringing again.
Hello? Grupo
Hey,
Cinco.
Alan. Thank God it picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper? To the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did.
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratch will come.
Wait, hello?
Dude, Carmi's wondering if that's Zane from the first game, or if that's Scratch playing the game well. You know? Like, it's totally possible.
The writer. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
You know, is it the real Alice or the fake Alice? Okay, nothing there. Wait a moment, isn't this the same elevator from Control? This looks like the same elevator from Control, you know. Like when you go into the Infinite House and everything, and you're listening to Poets of the Fall. Hello. Haunted.
Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
Well, geez, I'm not getting terror within 2 vibes.
Alice! Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice! Alice.
Pick photos for the exhibition poster.
This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her?
That is true. If you read the stuff in Control, you can tell that Scratch is stalking her.
This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books.
And why
The symbol wasn't here before. Alice's video camera. No memory card inside.
God darn memory cards. Video art doc on screen multiples. Focal point of the dark place. Part 1.
Alice's memory card.
I feel weird. This is gonna be interesting. Here we go.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist.
Shaw.
And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it.
Shut up, bitch!
I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other.
Mm-hmm.
Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there.
And look what happened.
We argued. Things went wrong. Then he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. Easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent.
Hi, Robin.
It was Alan,
But it wasn't.
and yet it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film.
What?
And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
You know why.
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looked me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing.
Jesus.
No, qué cosa. Y yo me hasta que escuché
Damn.
comer nada, ¿sí? Ya no estoy comiendo nada, no me da. Pero yo pensé que tenía más hambre, porque estaba dando hambre. Todo lo de la comida. O sea, que a ver,
I'm telling you, Scratch got out.
¿por qué?
The question is now, who are we dealing with? By Saga Anderson's side, Scratch or Awake?
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Ellen. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah.
It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people, making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the Dark Place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like
Sponge.
like darkness when night falls.
Oh, it's close.
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the Dark Place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy.
Understatement.
My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Mr. Wake, Alan, we've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the Dark Place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
Question is, how do we know he's not Scratch right now? Who is who?
It's insane. And there's so much of it. Have you ever heard of the cult of the tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness, possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
Anyone you know?
Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
How do you know?
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something?
Yo, why not both?
Wake said
Cult and the
cult
clicker.
has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep
The next
pages
chapter.
safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has
Scratch.
a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
I mean, we could have all saw that coming.
Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe
Duh.
Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa.
Yo, how come I realized that sooner than her?
Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript than you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay,
Yeah, the FBI.
here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them.
Yo, why were you keeping the pages in?
Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Waterloo, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the cult of the tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
The trailer. Oh boy. I know. He does.
Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult.
Alright, here's another one. God darn it. So many Alex Casey lunchboxes. And so many cases to update.
The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called
Yeah,
Return,
pretty much.
written by Alan Wake.
Or
And the
he's
contents
Keanu
of
Reeves'
this
stunt
book are
double.
coming true.
Always a possibility.
Why couldn't it have been a romance?
Okay. Okay, so what are the two we have? Does story really change reality? The Dark Place.
Yeah.
God dang. It's like playing Uno with multiple cards. Let's see. Wake's been in there 13 years. Oh, there's strange reality. Our place merged with ours. The overlap. It's Wanjik or Right Rick. Our site seems to be weakened to Taken.